Can you hear me? You can hear me? Hey, Sonia. Yes, just 1 second. I have everyone else on mute until they all jump on.
Sure, no problem.
Is your phone number, let's see, I'm trying to find you. I'm going to mute everyone other than you. There you go. I see ya. Okay. I'm going to give them like 1 more minute. Typically everyone's on by like 8:31, 8:32.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so it is 8:31, so we can go ahead and get started. I know people will jump on here over the next couple minutes. First of all, I want to thank you, Sonia, so much for taking time out of your evening to chat with our team. For those of you that haven't had an opportunity to hear Sonia speak, she is our closest diamond upline. I love her to death. I can't say enough wonderful things about you. I think you're like 11 levels up from me, right?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly where are you under Renee Parker and Lindsay? Are you under all that group?
Yep. So it's Lindsay, Renee, Sammy, Stephanie Campbell, and then myself. I'm way.
Okay. So yeah, Renee's like my level. I want to think 6 or 7. Yeah, and then so you have one diamond in between us, Stacy Hickerson.
Okay.
She's my level 1, and so yeah, so she and I are your, I guess, yeah, would be your closest, would be your diamond. So it's just, you know, I don't really ever look at levels. I mean, people go, well, I mean, there's people I work with that I've been with from the very beginning that I think are my level 4s, and they're my level 7 or 8. It's just, you know, obviously you can't spend your time the same with everyone based on levels, but also when I can help people, I don't go, like if someone asks me to help them, if I can and I have the time, I don't say, what level are you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Well, we're very blessed and excited, and I know that you and I discussed tonight maybe some topics that I felt would be great for the team based on what's happening the last 6 weeks. So I'm just going to hand it over to you. I'm actually going to mute myself in case my dogs bark. And then as we close up, just I'll go ahead and just shut everything down, but I'm handing it over to you. And again, thank you so much.
Thanks, Talina. And if you have any questions at the end, I mean, just, you know, I'll just talk for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll just shut up. And then, you know, if you have anything you want to ask or add or whatever, I'm an open book. So, yeah, so thank you for just kind of turning it over. I thought it would be a good time to kind of address not only what's been going on over the last 9 weeks now, but in terms of a positive way, but also to kind of talk about, we're in the month of December. Like, we're in a month where, it would be really easy to take off and do nothing the whole month. Shop, eat, bake, wrap, shop, wrap, bake, Christmas parties. But I always say to people, it's like if you work a full-time job, more than likely your boss is not going to let you off the whole month. And so what I kind of do for myself in December is I go, I'm not going to travel in December, but I'm still going to help people and inspire people and do productive activities so that the month of January and February, I will reap what I have planted. And so I believe that if you just do nothing for 4 or 5 weeks or 6 weeks, and you just say, I'm going to take off, it's the holidays, that you kind of pay that price come January, February. So I thought we'd just kind of talk about both things. So first of all, I thought I would address kind of the challenges that we've been through. Let me tell you that when there's a lot of people who go, well, you probably don't feel it as much because you're a diamond. And let me tell you, I feel it probably 100 times, maybe 1,000 times magnified than you're feeling it. Because everyone thinks we have the answers. Everyone thinks we can help them. And we have been just about as helpless as you've been. So I'm just going to tell you that the way that I have gotten through this challenge, here's several ways. One is I know that every single company that have become a huge successful company, they have went through struggles. Some of them have went through bankruptcy. Some of them have closed down and reopened. I have seen some drastic measures. And so for what we've been through, here's what we've been through. I've lost customers. I've lost ambassadors. I've had people, say ugly things. I've had people make our company look horrible. And this is what I can tell you. That's going to happen. Whatever you go through, if you are going to get to the highest level in the company you're in, if you're going to be with a company that is new and that is going all the way, you are going to go through some major rocky times. This is the major rocky time. This is definitely the rockiest time I've seen in our company. I can tell you that I have absolutely 1,000% faith that we are going to come out of this stronger than ever. Like, I have such peace about that. I have absolutely no fear about it, no worry about it. And I can tell you that honestly, the way I've taken on every day is, you know what? Every day I'm going to spend, I call customer service at least twice a day. I'm on hold for an hour to an hour and a half. And I know that some of my ambassadors they work full-time jobs. They're not able to do that. They've done all they can do. They've sent emails that aren't getting responded to. They've called. They've got hung up on in their lunch hour. They can't get through. So I'm doing a lot of that for my people, as I know, Talina, you are. And so I look at it as a blessing. Like, I'm home in my yoga pants, going to the bathroom when I want to take a bathroom break, cooking my own lunch when I'm ready to eat, picking up my daughter from school, playing with my dog. I mean, I'm home dealing with issues. I can do that. And I consider it a blessing. And, we are moving into this week and next week. Our company is moving into a 75,000 to 100,000 foot building. They're moving all the furniture in this week. They're gradually moving people over. We have, they've invited the Diamonds to a ribbon cutting ceremony in January for the new building. They're paying for us rooms to go there and stay. They've added a diamond trip on top of the Hawaii trip this year for diamonds. Our company, they're planning a tour in Australia to kick off and get that country going this year. We are going strong. We had the best month, November, the month the month we just came out of, was the best month we've had in a long, long time, like way more than a year. The best month in history this year for sure, in sales. So, like, I'm not worried. It's aggravating. It's frustrating. It's a headache. It's a pain. But I'm not worried. I know it's part of the process. So I say that because I want you to realize that, you know, you can only do what you can control. You do the best you can. You do the best you can, and when you can't get answers, you go to your upline and see what they can do. But you do the best you can, then you take it forward. And we're just all here to help each other right now. And we're sticking together like glue, and we're one plexus, and we're going to get through this transition. Oh my gosh. When this is all said and done, and we had a great update today with they gave us, Jules, like an update on what's going on behind the scenes. Y'all, they have things in place right now that I would say with just in 2 to 3 weeks, we will see like huge major improvements. But a month from then, we will feel like we're like on the ground again. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there because I don't like to avoid issues. I like to take them head on. It's just, you know, when I was with a company for 17 years, Talina, do you think everyone knows my story? Like, you know, should I share just 2 or 3 minutes of my background? Maybe?
Yeah, that'd be great. I know there's some new folks on here as well.
Okay. Well, I was in a network marketing company for 17 years, and I loved that company. It was awesome. Wait, let me tell you, it was smooth as glass. There were no issues as far as shipping, customer service. It was smooth as glass. But I can tell you that when I joined that company, they had been in business 25 years when I joined. When I left that company, they were in that 45 to 50 year mark. We've been in business since '08. I mean, we've been in business 7 years. I can tell you also, being in that other company for 17 years, it was smooth. But I think the most I ever made in a year was maybe $60,000. And I had a lot of debt, a lot of business debt. I'm hearing a lot of, is that me feedback? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, you know, I can tell you that I never made any money, and the debt that I had with the inventory and the stress was just, I really worked 10 times harder in that company than I have in Plexus. So, you know, anytime you're dealing with people, you are going to deal with problems. People are the best part of your business, and people are the worst part of your business. People are positive and people are negative. People expect a lot from themselves. They expect a lot from you. They expect a lot from the company. But they also get very disappointed and very let down, kind of with a drop of a hat. So I can tell you that some things that I do when I'm working and I've kind of done all I can do as far as like what we're going through right now, going through a lot of issues, I stay very productive. Instead of dwelling on the problems, I go, you know what? I'm going to be proactive, and I'm also going to pour myself into personal growth. And so personal growth, I can tell you that I would not be here today if it weren't for all the personal growth that I do and that I've done in the past. And I just want to kind of show you a couple books that I'm reading right now. One, I've read this book. This book I read about 20 years ago. It's an old book. It is probably the best book I've ever read, and I will recommend it to everyone who asks me, what's one of the best books to read? This is the best book. Even if you are not in network marketing, if you're not in business for yourself, this is the best book for anyone to read, period. Because it's all about your mindset and what you say to yourself and your limited beliefs, your fears, how to recreate your thoughts, your words, your actions, your results. This is the best book. This is the next book that I'm reading. It's called Switch on Your Brain by Dr. Carolyn Leaf. And she is some type of doctor. Like I said, I haven't read the book yet, but that is the book. Making sure it's in view there. All right. So, the reason that I'm so kind of sold out on how important what you read and what you focus on is because, I was in network marketing for 17 years with one company. I went to probably maybe one personal growth seminar a year for probably 15 of those years. I would go to John Maxwell, I'd go to Les Brown, I'd go to Pat Pearson, I'd go to different people, Zig Ziglar, anyone I could go to that could help to grow me personally. Because here's the deal. You can go to all the motivational seminars out there. You can go to all the trainings out there. But until you go inward and decide to discover what's holding you back and become aware of what your fears are, what your limited beliefs are, what is stopping you, what your self-talk is, until you are willing to go there, if you will, what you're going to do is you're going to go to convention, you're going to go to leaders retreat, you're going to go to Super Saturday, and you're going to leave all excited with great big plans, and you're going to walk out the door and you're going to start to implement what you learned, and you're still going to feel this wall, and you're going to hear this self chatter, and you've got to fix that, or nothing you learn and attend will matter. You're almost wasting your money and your time until you're willing to go inward. And this book right here would be the book, the $7, $8 book that I would say can change all of that for you. I remember when I read this book 20 years ago, what an impact it had on my life. And then I guess I had loaned the book out. And so when I bought the book the other day and was reading it again, it was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how impactful this book was. It's truly life-changing. So please order the book. I wish I had bought stock in it before I started promoting it, because a lot of people are reading it and it's already changing their belief. And see, your mind is a computer. And whatever you say to it all day long, it doesn't know if it's real or fake, or if it's the truth or a lie. It just does it. So if you say all day, I can't do that, I'm not a people person, I'm broke, I can't buy that, I don't know how to talk to people, I'm shy. If that's what you're saying all day to your computer, then your computer goes, okay, thank you for telling me that, I'll make that happen. It's pretty simple, but we haven't learned about it. So that book can really help you in understanding how to change what you're saying to your computer. Okay. I think that one of the most important things I can tell you, when I got started in Plexus, I was very skeptical because after getting out of that business for 17 years, when I got out of that business, and I got out of the business for two reasons. I was very stressed out. I had earned another car in the company, and it was very, very stressful to keep the car. And so my body got so under stress that I got fibromyalgia, and I got it really, really, really bad. And so I gave the business up. Gave the company up, whatever, left the company because I was sick. I couldn't get out of bed most days. And because I was very burnt out, I just could not continue to, go 10 steps forward and 12 steps back. And the comp plan was not designed for success. Where Plexus, the comp plan, is totally designed for success. I have been in 5 network marketing companies. It's not something I'm excited to tell everyone, but it's what it is. And I can tell you that because of being in 5, counting Plexus, I have learned many, 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 many lessons. And one of the biggest things I can tell you is that our company has by far the most sensible, lucrative compensation plan out there. There's nothing else that compares. I could sit here right now, I could spend an hour comparing the marketing plans that I've been with to Plexus, and you wouldn't even believe it. Especially the one I was with for 17 years. You would not believe it. People's mouths drop when I tell them the differences in the comp plan. They just can't believe it. They're like, how did you do it for 17 years then? Because the company was very good at creating belief and unification in a sisterhood. And I just kept thinking every year this was going to be the year. Every year this was going to be the year. And I would do the goal posters. I would do the affirmations. So I never, listen, when Plexus come around, I believed in myself, but I really didn't think there was a company out there at that point that would support what I knew to be true, like that people really did have unlimited potential. And if we just had the right products with the right comp plan, with our own belief that we could go all the way to the top. I just didn't think it existed. And so when my best friend brought Plexus to me in 2012, September of 2012, we were both very skeptical, but she knew that the product could drastically change my health. And so, I thought for the investment, it made sense to try it. And so we did. And within a week, both of us could tell the products were amazing. Me more than Helen, because I had all the health issues. She didn't. But she recognized, the cravings were gone. She was sleeping better. She had more energy. For me, it was that plus my pain was gone. My indigestion was gone. I lost 7 pounds. I felt like a new person. So, I can tell you that, what I did for those 10 weeks before I quit my job. So I joined Plexus in September, and I quit my job 10 weeks later. What did I do for 10 weeks that would allow me to replace my income of $50,000 a year? I posted very frequently on Facebook. I posted once or twice a day for sure, because I realized that just because I post something at 10 o'clock in the morning, the people that all my friends on Facebook, half of them would not see that post, because by the time they got home from work and maybe got on Facebook that day, maybe not, they might see my post. Probably not. It'd be way down in the news feed. So I would post a couple times a day. I did not post anything that was salesy. I rarely posted testimonies. It was more about me posting about me. Wow, I can't get over how this simple pink drink could make me feel so great. Thanks, Plexus. And for a while, I never even said Plexus. I would just say, I can't believe how good I could feel from something so simple. And people would be like, what are you doing? Tell me about it. And I'd go, message me. I'll message you. I'll message you. I teased people for about 3 weeks. And then after that, I started posting what it was, but I still never posted anything salesy. It was all about, I would ask my customers if they would share their testimony on my wall. And a lot of them would. And so it was very real and personal. And so I did that, and it just exploded. And so 10 weeks later, I was able to quit my job. And then 3 months after that, December, January, February, 3.5 months, I hit Emerald. And then 3 months later, I hit Diamond. So, it was just explosive. And I can tell you that I never, from the beginning, I never doubted, and I never thought about quitting. My mom was one of those people that, I didn't know what I didn't know. She had high blood pressure, and I sold her the accelerator. I didn't have a clue. She ended up, her blood pressure was outrageous from taking the accelerator. I didn't know. I was clueless. I could have quit from all the people going, I didn't know. I was so excited. I was just out there selling. So it's good to educate yourself, but also I can tell you that there were very few testimonies. When I joined Plexus, we had no diamonds in the company. There were only 18 jewels in the company. There were 18,000 ambassadors in the company, and 2 sapphires and 16 emeralds. So I think I was like the 4th or 5th diamond in the company. And today we have about 75 diamonds, 250, 300 jewels, 300,000 ambassadors. So I had a lot of excuses. I could have quit because it was tougher back then. And what kept me going was the vision of what could be, knowing I was on ground floor, and you're on ground floor, by the way. When I joined that other network marketing company in June of 1989, when I joined that company, we already had 250,000, maybe 300,000 when I started. And I won 10 cars with that company over 17 years. And that was joining at the point we are now. And we were already in 7 or 8 countries when I started that business. And when I left that company, we were in, 30 or 40 countries. We're not even in one country. We ship to Canada and Australia and New Zealand, but we are not officially launched and opened in those countries. Our goal is to be opened in Canada officially in the beginning of 2016, but we're not even in one country. So we are still in the sub-basement, floor of Plexus. So what kept me going through the hard times was the vision of what would be. Those who don't quit win. It's as simple as that. If you quit, here's the thing. You quit because times get tough, and right now what we're going through is tough. There are days when I want to just pull my hair out. I promise you. If I quit right now, a couple things. A year from now, I will be watching and going, oh my goodness, why did I quit? Because look where they are. It was part of the journey. Nothing worth having is smooth. And they're going through, why did I quit during the hard times? Why didn't I stick it out? And then if I wanted to rejoin, or if even if I didn't join Plexus again and I tried to join something else, your credibility, you lose a little bit of more credibility every time you quit something and start something new. And then if I wanted to rejoin Plexus, can you imagine having to rebuild and having, people going, well, like it's still a credibility issue. So I just can tell you that it will be worth all of what you go through to stick it out. It really will. Everyone, everywhere we go, needs what we have. Everywhere we go. And if you get out of your own way, the weight loss season is coming up. People, January 1st, they are going to want to get healthy, want to go to the gym. The memberships, quadrupled, they tenfold. People want to get healthy. They want to lose weight. They want to make New Year's resolutions. We have to be prepared for that. And we got to get out of our own way, get over our own insecurities, and we have to be all about helping other people. And we can't worry about what people think on Facebook. We can't worry about what people think anywhere. It's not about us. It's about other people. So that's some of my message to Lena tonight. I could talk for hours and hours and hours, and but I just wanted to kind of run that by you guys. And if you have any questions, you want to ask me anything, let's open up for 5 minutes for questions.
I did want to ask you, I am going through your Grow Up to Go Up course that you are offering right now.
Yes.
Can you real briefly go over with the team the perfect Plexus day? You and Helen had reviewed that. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, May.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull it up because she created it.
Okay.
And I can pull it up. I think I have it in an email. I added one thing to it, but she actually created it, and I just tweaked it. Hold on. I think we posted this. My eyes itching.
And if anyone else has a question, if you just want to shoot on the chat down below, I can open you up and unmute you.
I found it too.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ready? All right, so the perfect Plexus Power Day. Number one, and I can send you this graphic, to Lena, that you could put in your group to recap because they may not catch it all. But number one is it's 2.5 hours of Plexus a day. So it's like it's saying, okay, if I can work my Plexus 2.5 hours today, what would I do for 2.5 hours to have a very productive day? Start out your day with a grateful heart. It's like, it's not like dreading things. It's, I get to do this. It's having that attitude of being grateful. Like for me, I can tackle customer service in my PJs, in my yoga pants, petting my dog in my lap, where a lot of people can't do that. It's a grateful attitude. Your attitude every day is half the battle. Number two, is 30 minutes of productive social media. Productive. That's messaging new contacts, following up with customers, edifying maybe your new ambassadors, maybe going to their wall and congratulating someone on something, but being very productive. Doing your affirmations 5 times a day. This takes 10 minutes. So creating your positive affirmations, I say take an index card, write out, 5 of your fears, and then take those fears and counteract those with 5 positive things to counteract those. For example, if you're scared to talk to people, I am scared to talk to people. So you would counteract that with, I absolutely love to talk to people everywhere I go.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Let's see. Christy Stanley, shake your head if you can hear me. All right.
Okay, can you hear me? So, yeah, my power went off in the whole house. Like my power went off and everything went off and come back on. So, sorry about that. So let me pull that back up. So if one of your fears would be talking to people, then you would counteract that with a positive affirmation. So you would read your affirmations 5 times a day. That takes 10 minutes, a couple minutes. Better yet, record them and listen to them over and over. That's the best way to reprogram your mind, and that's the best way. This book will help you with that. Okay. Number 3 is 3-2-1. This is 3 new contacts a day, 2 customers or potential customer follow-ups, 1 person you share the business opportunity with or business opportunity follow-up. So 1 hour, you're doing 3-2-1. I just say 1 hour. She's got 3-2-1. That is awesome. But 1 hour, making sure that you are contacting 5 people some way. Follow up, new people, reaching out. Number 4 is connect with your team, upline, connecting with people for 20 minutes. Again, that can be follow up with your team or posting something in your group page or edifying your team. Number 5 would be read self-development book for 30 minutes a day. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. It's a great way to open your day. It's a great way to close your day. So that's the perfect Plexus Power Day. And I'm going to save that graphic, and I will message you that.
Perfect. I will post it on the team page for everyone. We do have one question for you from Stephanie Shaughnessy, and I unmuted her. So it's all yours, Steph.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Stephanie.
Just making sure you can hear me okay. I got a question. I'm just really curious about this. I don't have a background in network marketing at all, and I've been really fortunate in building my business primarily off of Facebook. Not that I use only Facebook. I wasn't good about it in the beginning, but I've become much better about talking to people face-to-face about Plexus. But I'm just curious if everybody that you've personally sponsored, if you don't mind me asking, like your level ones, have you gotten them primarily from Facebook? Is that where you have gotten most of your personally sponsored people, or do you get a lot of them from talking to them out in public? Or
great question, Stephanie. The same as a lot of people. In the beginning, probably the first year, a lot of what I got was totally from people I knew. Now, some of them that I sponsored saw it on Facebook, but we were friends. We've been friends for years. I'm just going through some of my people in my head, okay? A lot of what I have gotten has been through Facebook. Yes.
Yes.
I have gotten several from, meeting people, getting a customer from that, then they join. Some people have resurrected from my past. I've ran into a couple at different places, and we've connected, but a lot of the connection has been through social media. I would say probably for me it's been about 70% to 30%. 70 being through Facebook, and not all of that being like new contacts on Facebook, but a lot of that 70% being friends from the past, friends of friends who've been watching me, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Good question. Anyone else?
I don't see that we have any other questions. I think this is a great time to have such quote unquote problems right now. I mean, how fortunate are we that we're that busy and our company is growing at such a high rate that we can't keep up? I mean, what a problem to have, right? Shucks. Although it stinks right now.
You know what? It really is. It really is, and I see there's another question. last night I was at a meeting and I was at an event, a small event. It was awesome. And, there was a guy there, a woman who said her husband, he wasn't there. She said, my husband, we've been due to the shipping issues, we were out of our products for 2 weeks. And I think for her, like 2 weeks, he let her take it up. And then anyway, for him, it was 3 weeks. And she said that, his health issues started coming back. And then they got the products back and then got them for 2 weeks. They've been back on them. And his high blood pressure, everything's back in range. So everything else is back in range. And his doctor said, do not let yourself run out of these products. He had to go to the doctor and everything because it got bad again. So it just goes to show you that, our products, what a great problem we have, that we do not want to be without these products. We do not sell candles or handbags. Not that that's bad. I love both, but I can live without those for a few weeks. But I cannot live without my Plexus for a few weeks. I got my order in today after 20 days. Today was day 20. And we are down to I was down to 1 more day of X Factor, 3 more days of Pro Bio. I was like, oh my God, panicking. I got all day and it was missing my X Factor. So I called and stayed on hold over an hour and said, I need you to ship it out ASAP. What a problem, right? What a problem. Yeah.
Awesome. Gina, I unmuted you, so feel free.
I don't know if my microphone is on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, hi, Sonia. I was wondering, I've been burned in the past and have had a really hard time handing out samples. Do you hand out more samples or more cards to strangers or to friends?
I don't do a lot of cold marketing. I don't just hand out. I think that there's no value to free. So when people, a lot of times when I was brand new, I learned a lesson. I was giving away 3-day trials and I would follow up and people go, oh yeah, it's still sitting in my kitchen, or it's, I'm going to start it in a month. When people don't pay for something, they don't value it. So I don't ever, when people say, well, what is it? And I start telling them about it, I will say, you know what? I've got some trials. They're 3 days for 12 or 6 days for 20. And I'm happy to 6 day. Now, occasionally I do give away these right here. Occasionally I do give these away. And I do the double-sided tape and I stick a sample on this card, and on the back it's the ingredients and how to take it and what's in it. On the front, all about it, my website, phone number, but I don't just hand them out. It's more about conversation. So when I'm connecting with people, I don't just hand them out. I say, you know what, if they're very interested and I give them one, I'll say, you know what, Gina, do you have Facebook? You do? Okay, you know what? And I do this, and I go, here, and I hand them my phone, and I go, just go ahead right there. I just friended you, type your name in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a couple testimonies about migraines. You were saying how bad your migraines were. I'm going to send you a couple testimonies, and that's how I engage them to give me their information. I don't say, you know what, if you'll give me your name and phone number and your email, because people are like, they kind of, but if you're like, you know what, I know you're busy, and if you'll just, let's friend each other on Facebook. I don't have time to bug people, but I'm going to send you a couple of testimonies, and then when you've got time, you can look into it yourself. I'm very much a push-pull person. I don't push too much. I do more pulling back. You lead with boldness and confidence. People want what you have. You don't pour Plexus on them. You tease them. They want to know more. Same, that kind of thing. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll put a link to those cards on the team page where you guys can order them. Keep in mind, guys, every sample of Slim is over $2. So each time you hand out just one small sample, that's $2 out of your pocket. That can add up really quick, regardless of what income level you're at.
It can. And, I kind of order, like, I'll say, okay, I'm going to have 1 bag of Slim per month. And I deduct it as a tax write-off because it's promoting the business. It's advertising. So it's easy for me to keep up with. 1 bag of Slim a month is for that. Now, if you're brand new, I wouldn't recommend you spend that on that. Give yourself, okay, I'm going to do, but, I can also say that, if you say I'm going to do 10 or 15 of these a month, you could go through a half a bag a month. And does it pay off? It pays off if you follow through. And if you only got 2 customers from the 15 cards that you gave out and got Facebook information, followed through, you only got 2 customers, it would more than pay for your 15 samples. Mm-hmm. So it is the way you look at it too.
Awesome.
All right, I got a couple minutes. Anybody else?
No one else has popped up so far. I'm so thankful and so grateful for you. I have to tell you guys a story. I have to tell them the Hawaii story.
Okay, tell them the Hawaii story.
Do you know the story about the picture? I'm going to find the picture.
So, yeah.
So Sonia was across the pool, and I had met her briefly, but there was this older woman who had taken Plexus and had all sorts of problems. She had stopped taking it. She was very sick. And Sonia was literally in her bathing suit with her friends and family enjoying Hawaii. But she got down. She's laying on her belly face to face to this woman. And I don't know what the outcome of this situation was, but it was so heartfelt. You were just diving in with her like, tell me what your problem is, honey. Tell me, like, how can I help you? How can I help you? It was a true testament to Plexus. And I snapshot a picture of it because, this picture spoke like a gazillion words. So I don't know the outcome, but it was just a true testament to you and how wonderful you are with everyone.
Well, thank you very much. The outcome was she had someone that she had purchased from that she knew. And so I got her email right there on the spot, and I emailed her a couple of articles about how great some of our products were that she had been on but didn't really know what they were for. And so I emailed her those and told her to get back with the person she bought it from and order those products immediately that I absolutely knew she needed to be on them. And she was so excited and couldn't wait to order them. So I don't know the outcome, and it doesn't matter because, it wasn't my customer, but hopefully she did that. So thank you, Talina. I'm so thankful you're on our power team and one of our jewels. You're one of our 45 jewels on Helen and I's team, and we love you. I don't even know what level you are to me. It doesn't matter, but I appreciate all you do for Plexus and for our team, and I'm just so proud of you. Thank you all for having me on tonight.
Thank you so much, Helen. Night, everyone.
Good night.